Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you're having a good one. Today is a big news day, but not a lot of news day, right? Maybe some later, okay? It's the last week of August, huge vacation month. A lot of people have already, jetted out and everything for the Labor Day weekend in the United States. You've got major sell-offs. Why? Because it's a holiday weekend, and yesterday was like the new Friday with the sell-off. So even Nvidia got hit. Now, what I'm going to talk about is the personal consumption expenditures. That number comes out today. And if you didn't know, those are the preferred consumer numbers that the Fed looks at. So we'll see how that comes in. Again, a 25 basis point move sounds more realistic to me. It sounds a lot more realistic to me than the 50 basis point move that a lot of institutions are asking for or whispering about. Well, because obviously they would do better with 50 basis points than 25. But I think you would have an extended period of time doing it by 25 basis point increments. That's just me. Just saying. Custodia Bank, 25% of its staff has been hit with pink slips. Why? Regulatory pressures. Regulatory pressures in this country are destroying new business ideas like crypto, Web3, metaverse, all of Web3, destroying it. We need to reverse this in a major fashion. From what I understand, that seems to be in the works. If you listen to the murmurs around Congress, that seems to be in the mix. September is going to be very interesting. Very. If we get any kind of, so I've heard that in Congress, there are a number of bills, a number of meetings that are scheduled in September. If any of them are seen as positive, another catalyst to make everything go up. I'm telling you, just September is going to be big. Strap in. Strap in. It's going to be huge. And the reason why I say this is because there's been so much negativity. I mean, even with this latest round with OpenSea going after NFTs. I mean, and SEC going after OpenSea because of NFTs, right? In case you weren't following before. That's ugly business. It's ugly business, and I think we're kind of in the thralls of Gary Ginsberg's SET, his regime, doing dumb things on the way out. That's what I think is going on. It reminds me of Jay Clayton when he did dumb things on the way out. And then we got the whole Ripple situation. Were they dumb things at the time? Like, was his premise correct? Maybe. Right? I mean, at the end of the day, Ripple does have to pay $125 million. But should it have been left in limbo at the end of, his tenure? And then how it was handled thereafter? Ooh, this is what I mean. And ultimately, SEC takes it on the chin. Ultimately, at the end of the day, the SEC took it on the chin, and now they're going up against Kraken, they're going up against Coinbase, they're going up against just about everything NFTs, going up against OpenSea. I want you to look at those three different spaces. They tried going up against Uniswap. Again, try looking at those different spaces about what the SEC is doing. The SEC is within a concerted effort going after all of Web3. That has to end. That must end. Just putting it out there for you, because not everybody's connecting the dots. They look at everything as a standalone thing, right? And they don't really envision or see everything else that's going on. They don't pay attention to the picture and the colors that are coming in vividly. So I thought I'd lay it out for you, right? I thought I would lay it out for you. I mean, like I said, you're going after DeFi, you're going after NFTs, you're going after exchanges. I mean, you're just going after so many different facets that the only thing I can conclude is that the SEC wants to absolutely wreck Web3. And I just don't understand why. kind of understand why. I'm being funny. But the level of dum-dum is what I don't understand. The part that I'm really not getting is what makes you think that you could win? It was born underground. It can go back underground and still thrive. And there would be nothing you could do about it. Think about that. Are you going to stop non-custodial wallets? Maybe you can stop the on-ramping of money. Maybe. Not really. Not really. It would take every country in the world to join in on that. And that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. I think the biggest issue that governments around the world are facing is going to be the adoption that they want of their CBDCs. Governments want CBDCs for clear reasons. People don't want CBDCs for clear reasons. I'm just saying, it's something to pay attention to. It's absolutely something to pay attention to. What else is going on? Cardano's upcoming Chang hard fork. You have the hard fork. You have the constitutional vote coming up. You have control of the reserves moving to the community. You have a lot of things going on with Cardano. A lot of things. All positive. All of it. All of it. It's insane how much positivity is coming out of Cardano. And again, I keep telling people, I think this is the moment that Cardano becomes a part of the connective tissue of Web3. Mark my words. I think now is the moment that it can happen. With the Chang hard fork, I think Cardano can be one of those blockchains that everybody wants to build on. I think you're going to see a lot of competition in the top coins. I mean, think about this. Cardano's maintained itself within the top 10 for years. It recently fell down to number 11 because of Tron's move with Sun Pump to go up against Pump.fun. I want you to pay attention to that because it takes a lot to get into the top 10. It takes even more to maintain yourself at the top 10. A fluke like Tron, not a big deal. They're still within the top 15 coins out there. And the slightest move will have them back in the top 10. Slightest move. After the Chang hard fork, I'm expecting that positive marketing to start off slow, and then that incline changes. Right? I think we hit a curve, and then that incline starts to change. That's what I'm expecting. That's literally what I'm expecting. So we should be paying attention to that, folks. Bitcoin ETFs, including BlackRock's iBit or iShares Bitcoin Trust. We should be paying attention to that one. Like, woof. First time, I think it's the first time since May that they've actually gone down. They've actually had outflows. That's huge. BlackRock owns over 350,000 Bitcoin. Between BlackRock and I think MicroStrategy, it's 2.86% of Bitcoin is under their control. As I heard somebody say, that's within 7 months. So yeah, it is within 7 months. As I think about when everything got the nod. So within 7 months, they've come up to above 1% control. MicroStrategy controls 1%. BlackRock controls over 1%. Next bull run is 2030 or something like that. Imagine if they kept going. What would be under their control? We don't want that. We don't need that. We don't want that. We don't need that. Hear what I said. If you want to have a happy little future, I strongly suggest you get your hands on some Bitcoin. Here's why. And I haven't said it in a few weeks, but Bitcoin is absolutely different than all other coins out there. I'll give you an example. Solana ETFs were launched in other countries. Have you heard anything else about them? Ethereum ETFs were launched in this country. The only thing you've heard are massive outflows. It was the first, what was it? The first time you had, since the beginning that they had a good inflow. You want to know what that good inflow was? A whopping $5 million. Bitcoin is not like any other coin out there. You can get loans against Bitcoin. There are different things that you can do with Bitcoin that you cannot do with other coins. I get Bitcoin for different reasons than I do for altcoins, right? Altcoins to me are for investment, for usage, all kinds of things. So I get altcoins. Bitcoin I get because that is leverage. That's leverage. It's like an insurance policy. So I just build up on Bitcoin. Some would say blindly. I just add. If I go buy another Bitcoin, I go buy another coin, I buy some Bitcoin. Must. Might not happen at that second, but but if I buy an altcoin, my next purchase is going to be Bitcoin. That's how much I believe in it. So Bitcoin is taking up like about 50% of my DCA strategy. Just saying. And everybody else gets the other 50%. Just saying. Pay attention to this. The price of Bitcoin right now at 59 and change, we're probably not going to see that again. We're probably not going to see that again. And if we don't, you're going to turn around and you're going to sit there and you're going to go, damn, I wish I'd have bought some Bitcoin. Imagine if Bitcoin hits $100,000. It will, I believe. Now imagine when it does. You'll be looking at this 59 and you'll be saying, damn. Because then you'll be looking at that 100 and know you can't get it. 59, you got a chance. Now, what happens with Bitcoin? Inflation, adjusted for inflation, hits $1 million. You'll sit there and you'll be like, damn. From 100,000. Again, I sit there and I tell people, you want to invest in Bitcoin. You want to spread your risk. People go, oh, it's too risky. It's too volatile. But you play around in the stock market, don't you? Just saying. People out there mucking around, it's, in options trading, crazy risky. And you're going to look at me funny about Bitcoin. You're going to look at me funny about crypto in general, even though crypto is being integrated into many an institution. I don't mean just invested. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the integration of blockchain technology into financial institutions. Financial institutions are not necessarily the most efficient companies. They used to be. They're not anymore. Systems over 20 years old, 10 years old. Blockchain helps them in a major fashion. Franklin Templeton's moving to blockchain for settlements. That's a huge part of their expense. So it's not surprising that other banks and other financial institutions are looking to do the same, or at least starting to kick off the research, and that research does not take long. Cross-border payments, oh, that's already a thing. Why are you even thinking about it? The other day I had a poll out there about RippleNet. Yeah, go look up RippleNet. Yes, it's by Ripple. Go look up RippleNet. See what it's all about. See why it's so important. Just saying, there are things that we should be paying attention to that a lot of people are not paying attention to. You want to know something else that people are paying attention to? Sunday's class. Sunday's class that I'm giving Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a two-way street conversation using Microsoft Teams. Not only will I be giving the class, but you'll actually be able to speak, see me. I'll be able to see you if you turn on your camera. It's early Sunday morning. Some people might choose not to. I understand. But we'll be teaching a class on learning how to do your own research. I've compiled a list of 33 resources. I'm not saying that I'm giving my nod to them. I'm just saying that these are 33 resources that you'd be able to use to start your journey on doing your own research. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. Do me a favor. If you want to sign up for the class, go to growmybag.tv/classes. If you don't want to give us your credit card, you can also do it this way. You can go over to YouTube and drop a super for $43. And that will get you into the class, and I will send you a link. Of course, you have to make sure that you send me your email address so that I can send you that link to this private meeting. It's going to be fun. I don't care if just one person shows up. It's going to be fun. I mean, I know that more than one person is going to show up. We've actually got people that have signed up for the class that have literally said, I'm not going to be able to make the class, but I wanted to show support. If that doesn't humble you, wow. Just faith. So yeah, we're going to have it. And we will be having another class. It will be on a Sunday at 4 p.m. We'll replace the Sunday roundup with the new class. Anyway, you know what we should do? I shouldn't hang up yet. We should go over the numbers. Look at that. I'm glad I kept talking. I almost missed the numbers today. Oh, how embarrassing would that have been? Lord of mercy. Alrighty. Let's start with the Grow My Bag Crypto Tracker top 25 losers. Losers. Oh, let's see. Losers end right there. So who do we have? Floki down 19%. Do you think we're going to buy? I probably am. They have a GMBX factor of 1.71. Yeah, I'm probably going to buy some. Who else is in here that I'm paying attention to? Dogs is down 8%. Already bought some dogs. I'm not worried about it. Artificial Superintelligence Alliance down 7%. It has a GMBX factor of 2.08x. I'm interested and I'm in. Right? Let's take a look at the GMBX factor for the top 25 winners. And the winners list stops right here. Now, what does that say to you when we have the top 25 winners only covering the top 5, the top 25 losers only covering the top 10? What it says is that the top 25 cryptos out there, the top 25 cryptos are in limbo. They're trading basically neutrally. That's what that means. That's what that means. It's almost like somebody hit pause. So the top 25 winners, Beam is the only one that I'm paying attention to. I don't even own any Beam. We were talking about Flare the other day. So Flare is up 7%. Beam is up 7%. Flare has an 8.01x, GMBX factor. Beam has a 1.79 GMBX factor. Am I in on either one of them? No. Nope. Not at all. And everybody else is neutral. That's crazy. That's crazy. If you don't believe me, look at this. Here are the top 20. Here are the top 25, coins. Nobody's doing anything. They're basically neutral. They're flat. They're flat. Now you know why I have this workbook. If you want the workbook, go to growmybag.tv/crypto-tracker. And that's when you'll see it. Let's start from here. The PCE numbers come out today. What time? 8:30. The Fear and Greed Index is at 34. DeFi Llama is at 89, basically $89.5 billion total value locked. Yesterday was at 90, so we dropped a little bit less than $1 billion in total value locked. If you're looking at, Bitcoin itself, again, we're still trading in this very narrow space. It's a very narrow space. My blue band goes from 57,686 to 63,719. And we've been trading within that space for a long time. That's a pretty long time. August 9th is when we were in there. We came up from the light blue band from over here. So really, the market has gone from 49,055 all the way up to about right here, which is about 70,201. I'm telling you, again, that's still a tight band. When you zoom out, that's a tight band. You zoom out across Bitcoin's lifespan, That's a basically flat line. I'm telling you, we have movement, and things are going to happen. It might not be today, because today is a big sell-off day. Today is a big market sell-off day, and that's what we could be witnessing. Pay attention to Nvidia and other tech stocks that have taken a hit. Today could be a good day. Excuse me, a good day to pick up some stock. You know what? Let's go take a look at Nvidia stock. Nvidia stock last night, yeah. This is what it's projected to do. Look at that. This is the prediction that they have for it. Little pop up. That's not a big pop up, but that's $1. Yeah, that's not big at all. But when the market starts to pick up, Nvidia is going to skyrocket. Absolutely. It will absolutely skyrocket. And I think it'll blow through 124. I think it will absolutely blow through 124. So 124.11. So 117.59. 124. That would be a little less than, that would be a 5% gain. That'd be a 5% gain if it just returned back to 124. What do you think? I think it can do it. I think it can do it. I think it'll blow through. I think 130 is a realistic number. I think 134 is its high. So yeah, pay attention. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. All the links will be in the description so that you can join the community as a member. You'd be able to buy the book, buy the tracker, get in on the class Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be a great class. If you want to learn how to do your own research, tune in. I'm going to be sharing a lot of my tips and tricks. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.